with the fabulous Olivia Newton-John. Now, Olivia, if your daughter Chloe's school teacher calls up and says, what does she call you, Miss Newton-John? Or how do you do that if your name is hyphened?
She calls me Olivia usually.
Olivia?
Makes it easier.
Livy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, do you miss, you know what, I mentioned earlier that my boyfriend is Australian, and I love Australia. Yes. I think it's the greatest country in the world. Here for Australia.
Yes! I was wondering, I thought maybe that's how you got your name, actually.
Oh, you mean Ru?
Ru, yes.
Oh my God, she's a comedian.
Well, I don't know. My daughter told me not to say that, but anyway.
How old is Chloe now?
She's 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
Now, I know that I saw her in a TV movie with you called A Christmas Romance. Is that what it was called? Yeah. Now, she's a great actress.
She was very good,
She's very good.
She was little then, too. That was like 3-4 years ago now.
Would you dissuade her from getting into the business?
No.
No.
No, but I want to encourage her to finish school and get an education because she's very intelligent, and it would be a shame not to use that brain and get as far as she can. And she's a very inquisitive mind. But if she wants to do it, she'll have to be very persistent though, because I'm not going to let her just, well, I want to do it, but she has to really, really want to do it. And I'll encourage her because I've had a wonderful life.
You've had a wonderful, wonderful career. So many hits. Now you've got a brand new country album. Tell me about it.
I do. It's called Back with a Heart, and it's on MCA. It's coming out in...
So you're back
now,
on MCA?
It's out now, actually. Yeah, I'm back on MCA. My old family that I was with
right.
for all those years, I'm back there. And I wrote a lot of the songs with some of the top writers in Nashville. I went to Nashville during this last year and wrote with a lot of people and had a wonderful experience. And it's a mixture of country, and there's a pop song in there. Actually, I re-recorded "I Honestly Love You."
You're kidding?
Yeah, in a new style, and David Foster produced it. And I was very lucky because Babyface sang the backgrounds.
You're kidding?
Yeah, it sounds really, it's really
Oh
wonderful.
my goodness! Well, you mentioned Babyface. What do you think of some of the other newer singers like Mariah Carey or what is it, Fiona Apple and
I love Sarah McLachlan. I love her, and I love Mariah and Celine. I think they're fantastic singers. And actually I had a wonderful experience when I was in Australia. Mariah was touring, and we'd met a couple of times, and she invited me up on stage. And we did Hope So Devoted to You together, which was really a kick for me, because she's this incredible singer. I'm going, can I do it with her? But I went up there, and it was really fun.
Well,
it was great.
You're an incredible singer, too. On the song Totally Hot, you do this thing where you go so high. Are you still have the same range?
It might have come down a little, but I can hit a couple of those notes still, if you pinch me really hard. I can do it.
Now, are there any plans to tour in America? I heard that you're going to do some touring.
I'm going to do some limited dates. Yeah, probably weekend kind of things. Maybe, Nevada a little bit and kind of feel the waters out. I did my first tour this year with Cliff Richard.
Wow.
And we toured Australia and New Zealand, and that was kind of just testing the waters to see, because I haven't toured since 1983. So it was a long time. So I was his guest, so it was really nice. I didn't have to do the whole show, but I did duets with him, and I did my own little set, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun, and we had a gorgeous orchestra, 70-piece orchestra. So I really
70-piece orchestra.
It was wonderful.
I know you guys had a hit in England about a year and a half ago, something like that.
We had.
How did you get discovered? Did you know him from the very beginning, Cliff Richard?
Cliff, actually, it was interesting. We had the same manager in the very beginning, and so Cliff invited me on his television show. Well, his manager, he didn't invite me. His manager said, how about you take this new little artist on your television show? So he had me on for one show, and I sang a duet with him, and then I was invited back, and I did the whole series with him. So Cliff really was a big part of my beginning in the business and got me started, and so it was really wonderful to tour with him it was his 40th anniversary tour, so it was great to sing with him again.
Now with Physical, you sort of changed your image, because you had this image of being...
Sorta, yeah.
Sort of. You had this image of being sort of America's sweetheart, sort of Doris Day, Sandra Dee type thing. Did you want to turn into a slut, Olivia? Is that what... Is that what it was?
Don't tell anybody. Yeah. It was my lifehood dream to tell them. No, you know what it was? I think Grease really gave me the opportunity, because when I got to be Sandy too. Yes. As I call her, I had the opportunity to be a different part of me, or another person. So I had a great time doing that, and obviously it was accepted by the fans, because before that I was only thought of as Sandy 1, but then it was like, oh, she can do this too. So that meant that I could take my music in another direction too. So I was able to do both. I could do the soft things, and I could do the little more rock and roll stuff.
Yeah. How'd you get the part in Grease?
It was very interesting. I was at a dinner party at Helen Reddy's house. Helen Reddy was, you know, a big star then, and I had a few hits here, another Aussie. We all stick together, you know. And Alan Carr, who was the producer, was sitting opposite me at dinner and thought that I was the right person, and that's really how I got the part. And I was so concerned about doing a movie because I had made a movie many years before that was pretty bad.
Yes.
And I didn't want to make another mistake because my musical career was doing very well at the time. So I asked Alan, could I please do an audition for the part so that I could see it, so I could see if I could do it okay.
Yeah.
And also, I was 29 and I had to play 18.
Right.
So I was a bit concerned about that too.
Well, you know, that's part of the genius of that movie. It's so campy.
Yeah.
All the high schoolers are like hitting 30,
That's
which
right.
is really hot.
Well, we repeated many times at that school. But what was good was that we were all about the same age, but we all had our second childhood doing the movie, I think. It was like, this was the school I never went to. I went to an Australian school where it was uniforms and segregated. I mean, you had the boys' end and the girls' end, and we didn't sit together, and it was very strict. And so this was like,
I have to tell you that, you know, Grease is my second favorite movie of all time. Of course, that's after The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, of course. Yeah, right.
Now, and we've just celebrated the 20th anniversary. What I want to know is, when are we going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Xanadu? When's that coming up?
Well, let me see. I think that would be next year.
Next year?
Next year or the year after, if they will actually do that.
All right, well, you guys get your scrunch boots out because it's coming, right? Hey, listen up. We're going to take, we've got so many of your fans here. They've driven from all over Southern California. We're going to take some questions from the audience.
Okay.
Michelle's out there. We have a question.
Hi.
Hi.
You've had such an incredible career. I mean, you are an icon. Bruce said you're an icon, and you are. You're so much a part of all of our collective consciousness from the 80s and everything. If you had to look back and choose one moment that stands out as like, that was it. That was the peak of, I mean, your life's not over.
It's a half-hour show, sweetheart.
What is your favorite moment in your career?
Oh, goodness. Well, you know, I've had so many, but I'd have to say that Grease, the whole experience of Grease would have to be the most exciting time because not only was it music, it was acting and music, so it was everything. It was a huge hit record, probably the biggest record I've ever had, and an incredibly successful film. So, you know, once you've done that, you go, I've done it now. You know, if nothing else happens, I did it, you know. So that was, I've had lots of moments. I mean, the peak moment of my life was having my daughter, but the peak moment in my career was probably making the movie.
Great. Actually, I know Chloe is here somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe we can drag her out at the end of the show. Okay. That would be fun. You got another question?
Hi, Olivia. We loved you in Grease.
Thank you.
But we missed you in Grease, too. Why didn't you do it?
That's a good question. We didn't get asked. Well, we got asked. It was kind of strange. We had a meeting about it, John and I. We were talking about it the other day when John and I were doing publicity for the movie. And they talked to us about it, and then we never heard from them again. And the next thing we knew, Grease 2 came out. So I guess some communication must have broken down somewhere.
Lovely. Hey, guys, listen up. When we come back, we're going to find out who knows more about Olivia, me or Olivia. We're going to have Olivia trivia. So please come back.
Probably me.